Before watching this episode and my review of it, I recommend watching the Netflix anime first because it is related. And beware, there will be massive spoilers in this episode. At the end of the last episode, we saw a thrilling cliffhanger in which Frangilla and her company got attacked by a strange troop. Only Yennefer and Frangilla remain. Let's begin. At the start of the second episode, we saw a weird nightmare that Yennefer dreamt of as she was kidnapped by the strange troop, unconsciously. She dreamt of getting pregnant from Geralt, and a strange person wearing a red robe stole her child. Then she awoke. Frangilla and Yennefer got kidnapped by elves. Later, we saw Francesca Findabair, the most beautiful woman on the continent according to the books. She was an elven sorceress. She ordered Filavandror and Fidhel, which was the elf we saw in Season 1, to string Yennefer and Frangilla up. Switching to Geralt and Ciri, they traveled to Kaer Morhen. Amazingly, Kaer Morhen was a replica of the one in the games. We all know that CD Projekt Red collaborated with Netflix's Witcher, so it is okay to copy each other. When they entered the keep, there were around 20 Witchers, while there were only 5 in the books, including Geralt. In the books, there was Cohen, Lambert, Eskel, Vesemir, and Geralt. That's not a big deal. I'm just stating the differences. Eskel came to the keep later after cutting a Leshen hand, and asked who Ciri is. Back to Yennefer and Frangilla, they tried to convince Filavandror to agree with Francesca, because they all dream of a stranger wearing a robe. Yennefer is red, Frangilla is black, and Francesca is white. They wanted to find their meanings. Back to Kaer Morhen. Eskel brought some prostitutes to the keep just to have fun. To be honest, I would never see Eskel do that in the game or in the books. He was mature enough, at least, unlike Lambert. I think this should be Lambert's role, not Eskel's. Back to Francesca. She agreed to meet Frangilla and Yennefer and make an agreement. They shared their dreams. Francesca dreamt of Etheline guiding her. Frangilla dreamt of Emir, but he's hooded just like the others. Yennefer did not tell hers, but she read an elven speech at the crypt in front of her. Suddenly, the crypt is opened. Francesca invited them to discover the crypt. Back to Ciri. A chat with Vesemir happened. He explained to Ciri how he became a Witcher, and that Deglin, which is the character from the Witcher anime, taught him everything. Later, Eskel took one of the prostitutes to the dungeon where all the elixirs and potions are made. They started to make love until the Leshen hand consumed Eskel's body and became one hell of a monster. I've never seen a Leshen with that power before. It could be linked with the Witcher anime propaganda in which Witchers make monsters to kill them, so the Leshen might be one of the mutants. Back to the 3 sorceresses. They were lying on the floor and dreaming their weird dreams of the strangers wearing the robes. They removed their robes, revealing themselves. Yennefer saw a handsome girl answering for help. Francesca saw Etheline, and Frangilla saw Emir as a knight wearing a helmet. As we may know, Yennefer lost her power after what she did in the Battle of Sodden according to the episode. Etheline prophesied that Francesca should ally with Nilfgaard. Later, all the strangers has turned into Netflix's Gontur Ordim, which is this woman which you will see now. Gontur Ordim is a demon that is presented in the first DLC of The Witcher 3, and he acts just like this woman. Back to Geralt. Geralt found the enchanted Leshen and began fighting him until he realizes that he is fighting his friend. The Leshen that is controlling Eskel was about to kill Geralt, but Vesemir interfered and threw an axe on the monster. They fought the monster until he died. Unfortunately, Eskel also died. One of the best and strongest Witchers died, and in a ridiculous way. Take a look at this scene where he fights Corinthia.
do it too.
He was amazing, right? They honored the dead by placing the witch's medallion on the medallion tree, which was presented in the Witcher anime. And actually, there was an Easter egg on this tree. One of the medallions is from CD Projekt Red, as you can see in this scene. Back to Yennefer, she refused to follow the elves into Nilfgaard and ran away. On her way, she couldn't use magic, as we may recall, she lost it. At the end of the episode, Ciri and Geralt began training at Kaer Morhen. To be honest, I don't recall any of this in the book, except that Ciri was training in Kaer Morhen. However, she was much younger in the books and the games, so feel free to share any references from the books in the comment section. Finally, I'd rate this episode 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching.
Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike! You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.